Hey everyone, and welcome back to Swift Guitar Lessons for another by request song tutorial. Today I'm going to get out of my comfort zone a little bit and bring you another standard. I'm going to show you how to play the Audrey Hepburn Breakfast at Tiffany's version of Moon River by Henry Mancini and Johnny Mercer. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to my friend Olga in Germany. Thanks so much for requesting this song. I know so many people are going to enjoy picking through it. I got all the tabs available for you, as always, at patreon.com/swiftlessons. If you become a member there, you can gain access to tons of extra resources, including tabs for all my popular YouTube guitar lessons. Now, let's get started with a quick demonstration, then a full breakdown.
Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. Oh, we're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River and me.
Okay, close look at the fretboard and also my pick in hand. We're in standard tuning and we're getting started with the very simple intro section. It's here that we're going to discover the rhythm that we'll be using throughout this tune. So we're going to get started with an F major chord, and it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, very, very simple. Just using our thumb, we're going to play the low E string, the A string, and then we're going to strum on the D string, G string, and B string. Okay, with the rhythm 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Take note that the A string is coming in on the end. 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 for that intro section. Okay, now jumping into verse number 1 of 2. Now there's 2 verses, both of which have unique endings, but the beginnings are going to start off the same. This first verse I'm going to break down in 4 bar segments, so 4 measures at a time. Alright, it's going to sound like this, getting started with the F major chord. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay, so that was F, D minor, B flat major, and then F major with an A in the bass. Over the F major chord, you treat it the same way you did the intro. The D minor chord, same kind of idea, but starting on the D string. We're going D string, G string, strum on the B and the E. Alright, then the B flat major chord. We're going to strum the, pick the A string, the D string, then strum on the G and the B. Alright, then setting up this last shape here, we have F with an A in the bass. A string open, 3rd fret of the D string, and then strum on the G string and the B string. You put those 3 things together again, we have... Okay, up next we have I'm Crossing You in Style Someday. Starting with the B flat this time, it sounds like this. Okay, so we took the B flat major chord, we know what to do with that. The A string, the D string, strum. The F with an A in the bass. Then this really great chord, E minor 7, flat 5. Alright, so that's the open E string, the D string 2nd fret, and then we're strumming the G, B, and high E string 3rd frets. Next, we're going to go up to the 5th fret position and play a little piece of A dominant 7. Okay, so that is the A string open, the 5th fret of the D string, and then strumming the G, B, and high E, 6th fret, 5th fret, 5th fret. You put all that together, we have just like that. Okay, so that was 8 bars there. It's a great place to stop and practice. It's gonna sound like this with the lyrics. Moon, river, wider than a mile. I'm crossing you in style someday. All right, practice that nice and slow, then you're ready to move on. We're on line number 2 on our tablature, so it's gonna be 4 more bars of that line. Okay, your next 4 bars are going to take you through Oh Dream Maker, You Heartbreaker. It's gonna sound like this just instrumentally. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so those chords were D minor bar chord, the A string, the D string, strum, strum, the G down to the high E. Then I'm going to have an F7 chord slash C. So C is in the bass. 3rd fret A string, 3rd fret D string, and then I'm going to strum, strum the 5th fret, 4th fret, and the 5th fret of the G, B, and high E strings. Okay, kind of like a D7 shape there. Okay, so D minor. That F7 slash C. Then we're back to B flat again. You know how to treat it. Then I kind of like to slide up to an E flat 9 chord. This is one of my favorite kind of blues chords. I've taught this many times. I have the 6th fret of the A string, 5th fret of the D string, and then I have the 6th fret of the G, B, and high E strings. All right, that is an E flat 9. Okay, if you put those 4 chords together, we have the D minor chord, F7, the B flat, the E flat 9, and with the lyrics, we have Oh Dream Maker, You Heartbreaker. Okay, now moving on to the final line of verse number 1. It's kind of a turnaround section. We're gonna have 4 measures again, but 7 chords total, so more chords, and we're actually gonna do some strumming. So this part is gonna sound like this, real slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Okay, so the D minor chord, barred, you know how to treat that one. A string, D string, strum, strum. Then we're gonna have B minor 7, flat 5. I'm gonna teach you this chord. I've got my middle finger on the 7th fret, low E, the D string, 7th fret, the G string, 7th fret. So I can keep these 2 fingers from the D minor chord and just bring my middle finger up. Then I need to grab the B string, 6th fret. If I am good about it, I can block the A string and also the high E string. All right, that is B minor 7, flat 5. You're just gonna strum it once before going to E7. All right, 7, 6, 7, 5. Then we're gonna have A minor 7, just one strum there, that's 5, 5, 5, 5. Then D7, the same shape we had here, now on the 5th fret, 5, 4, 5, 3. 2 strums there. A G minor 7 chord, all right, 3, 3, 3, 3. Blocking the E string and the A string, of course, and then a C7 chord twice. So, D minor, B minor 7, flat 5, E7, A minor 7, D7, G minor 7, C7, and it kind of slows down there if you listen. Okay, so here's what that section is going to sound like with the lyrics. Wherever you're going, I'm going your way. All right, and slowing down gradually, like I said. That'll get you into verse number 2. The C7 chord is the 5 chord that turns you back to the 1 chord F. Okay, let's go through that entire verse now, just instrumentally. Then I'll go through it again with you with the vocal line. It's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and. Alright, now with the vocal line, we have moon, river, wider than a mile. I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. All right, now you're ready for verse number 2. Okay, congrats everybody. You have verse number 1 down. You're probably learning a lot of chords. Now we're moving into verse number 2. The first line, if you're following along with your tablature, is exactly like the first line in verse number 1. In fact, it's going to be all the same all the way up to the A7 chord. So, with different lyrics, it'll sound like this. 2 drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. Alright, all the way up to that A dominant 7 chord, it's exactly the same. We're still on page 1 of my tab. Next, we're going to have a section that's kind of like a walk down section. Okay, so this section, starting with a D minor chord with a pinky on the B string, which is a little unorthodox. It sounds like this. Okay, so that section, we have that D minor chord. We're going to pluck the D string and the G string, and then strum the B string and high E. Change the root to C. That's the 3rd fret of the A string. Then we need to do a little maneuver here. Middle finger to the 2nd fret of the A string, ring finger, 2nd fret of the G string. This is going to be a chord that we're calling D minor / B. Alright, you put that together, we have the D minor with the C in the bass, with the B in the bass. Then, right as the word rainbows comes in, we're going to play B flat 13. Alright, bar the 1st fret, we have the 3rd fret of the D string, and then the 3rd fret of the B and high E string, which gives it a lot of flavor. Alright, rainbows, and gets you back to the F/A chord. Okay, so now you have all of verse number 2 that I have on my first page of the tablature. Let's play through what we have so far. Okay, what we have so far of verse number 2, it's everything I have on page 1, 12 measures all together. With the F major chord fretted, a 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and F. The D minor, the B flat, F/A. B flat, F/A. E minor 7, flat 5, A7, the D minor with the pinky on the B string, /C, /B, and then finally, B flat 13. Okay, moving on to the second page of my tablature, finishing up verse number 2 and ending the song. Starting from that B flat 13 chord, it's going to sound like this. Rainbow song, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Then the second line, moon, river, and me. Okay, so if you've made it this far, all of this is going to be very simple. We're going to take it one line at a time. So, getting started, we're going to have F with the A in the bass. Alright, that was just A string, D string, 3rd fret, strum strum on the 2nd fret of the G, 1st fret of the B. We already have done that before. So one more time. Alright, then the B flat comes back. Waiting round, back to the F/A. Back to the B flat. Let that ring out as you say, my huckleberry. Back to the F/A. Alright, you put that whole line together, we have F/A. B flat. Waiting round the F/A. B flat. My on the 2nd strum, sing my huckleberry. F/A. Friend. Alright, then we're on to line number 2, finishing up the song. The D minor chord, just a regular old D minor chord. D string, G string, strum, strum, a G minor 7 chord. Okay, we've done this one before. 3, 3, 3, 3. Pluck it the same way you have all these other chords. E string, D string, and then G and B string together. Alright, skipping that A string. Then a C7 chord. Alright, same technique that we've been using. And then finally, a way to wrap it up, this really beautiful chord sequence. Me. And an arpeggio on the F major chord to finish it up. So that last set of chords there, over one measure we have B flat major, F/A, G minor 7, and then a full F major bar chord, arpeggiated bottom to top. Congratulations everyone, you've learned a bunch of really tough chords. I'm sure your hands are getting tired, but wow, this is so worth it. Such a beautiful song, something that's very entertaining and everyone will enjoy. Put it to work. Practice, practice, practice. Don't put it down until you really feel like you've got it. That's how you get better at the guitar. You have to be like a pit bull going after a technique and refusing to give up until you've got it. Alright everyone, thanks so much for checking out this lesson on Audrey Hepburn's Moon River. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much to my supporters at patreon.com/swiftlessons. I hope you're enjoying all the extra resources. I got many more videos in the works, so keep checking back. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia, saying happy picking.